Meantime, fishing and the Gulf Coast go hand in hand, but getting caught without a proper fishing license can make for a really bad and expensive day. Fox 10 News reporter Libby Amos explains.
Getting caught casting your line without a license could be worse than losing a big fish. Jake Baker found out firsthand.
Me and my friends were down at the state park, Muir State Park, and we were all wading out into the water about 2 or 3 feet, and the game warden came up and asked us all for our fishing license, and they had theirs, and I didn't have one, and he wrote me up a ticket and said if I didn't pay it on that day, I had to pay $500, but it was only a $100 ticket.
Sergeant Henry Lowry at the Wildlife and Freshwater Fisheries says you must have a license, and determining freshwater areas from saltwater can be tricky.
The Bayway and the Causeway cross in this area, it can be confusing, and it is on the western side, the line is the Causeway, and on the eastern side of the intersection, the line is the Bayway.
2 different licenses are required, one for freshwater and another for saltwater.
Doesn't matter what you're fishing for or what you're trying to catch or how much salt is in the water. It's all dependent on which side of that line you're on.
And when it comes to having a license, Lowry says there are only a few exceptions.
If you're baiting the hook of a cane pole, you're not required by the state to have a fishing license. But the minute you cast a rod and reel like this one, the law applies to you.
We would be ecstatic if everybody had a fishing license and we didn't have to write any ticket.
Baker says he paid his ticket and learned his lesson.
It's definitely worth getting a license.
In Mobile, Libby Amos, Fox 10 News.
Now keep in mind, as long as you have proof of residency in the state you're fishing in and you are either younger than 16 or older than 65, you're not required by the state to buy a license. If you fall in the middle, you do. Another important note, all fishing licenses will expire August 31st, so that important renewal date is just a few weeks away.